Good evening and welcome into Longhorn Extra. I'm Lauren Barash. To some, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. It's not uncommon for NBA superstar Kevin Durant to have players imitate his game. At 27 years old, he's already won League MVP, 4 scoring titles, and is a 7-time NBA All-Star.
I had a chance to talk to some of the guys right after their Thursday morning practice, and they said they focused a lot on their lines and making sure everything was together with their new lines for tonight's game. But for the most part, they kept the atmosphere light. They're coming off of a big tournament in LA from this past weekend, and they wanted to make sure that they would have enough energy and not get too burnt out before tonight's game.
It's time to start prepping for the most wonderful time of the year again. College football season, that is. The Texas football team is set to begin spring practice on Monday in Austin. Now, we all know recruiting went well for the Longhorns. Texas started National Signing Day ranked number 32 in the nation and ended the day with the number 10 recruiting class, signing 24 new players.
So we've got Malik here, of course, star linebacker for the Texas football team. What brings you to the game today? Now, Malik, are you a hockey fan? Is hockey one of your favorite sports?
It is not one of my favorites. It is your favorite.
And what's it like for you? I mean, obviously, you're usually the one in the Texas uniform. You're usually the one that the crowd is watching. What's it like for you to be on the other side cheering these guys on tonight?
It's one of the best feelings.
The Owls had the ball for roughly 45 minutes out of the 60-minute total game. Despite the score at the end of the game, the Horns struggled to get off the field on third down. Rice converted 14 of 21 third downs, which Texas cannot allow if they want to beat some of the more challenging teams that are coming up on their schedule.
You're one of the Lifetime Achievement honorees tonight among many other big names. What does that mean for you to get this award tonight?
Well, it means a lot to me.
You're receiving the award from your former teammate and good friend, Ozzie Smith. What does it mean to you that he's presenting this award to you?
Oh, I appreciate my little brother, Ozzie.
I'm going to ask you the golden question of the night. Do you know the secret to telling the difference between Dana and David?
Well, you know.
And there's a lot of charities out there around the country. What stands out to you about this one?
Well, listen, first of all,
Texas baseball fans got to see the team in action for the first time this year in the annual alumni game. The current Longhorns were able to shut out the alumni despite appearances from guys like Drew Stubbs, Taylor Youngman, and Cameron Rupp. Here with Marvin Bagley from Sierra Canyon. They just defeated Fairfax High School in the SA Alameda tournament. What's it like for you to come out here and play in this tournament and play schools that you wouldn't normally get to play during the season?
And Texas State is one of your big rival teams. The games tend to be pretty physical. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge in tonight's game for your team? And what was your message to the team in the locker room coming into tonight's game? What do you need to do to get the win tonight?
Buddy Hield and his team coming to Austin to take on the Horns. Second half here, Isaiah Cousins puts one up, wouldn't make it. Woodward gets the loose ball, hands it to Buddy Hield. We know what he can do from beyond the arc. OU goes up 7. 5 minutes left in the game now. Isaiah Taylor over to Lammert, sinks a beautiful 3, cutting the OU lead to only 1. You guys had a lot of energy out on the court. Games got a little bit physical. What keeps you guys in those games? What's the mentality you got to keep?
Just honestly, just great leadership. You know, what can we expect from Charlie Strong after that big win against OU?
I think this win was huge for Charlie Strong. He's had a lot of pressure from donors and things like that, and this win really gives him some confidence, and that's only going to transcend to the team. They're going up against Kansas State this week, who's coming off a 55-0 loss from OU. I think that Texas needs to go in with that same mentality, like they're playing a top 10 team, and show Texas fans what they're really capable of. One of the biggest inconsistencies is on offense. Gerard Hurd had some huge passing plays in the first quarter, and that was about it. Hurd started out 2 for 3 with 121 yards and then completed 4 of his next 9 passes for only 22 yards.
And towards the beginning of the game, Rice had a lot of the possession. What do you guys need to do to make sure you stay on that side of the field and keep it in Texas possession?
It's a heart thing more than anything else, just a desire and a work rate thing. And we've got to be more hungry about winning 50-50 balls and just getting stuck into tackles a little bit more.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Back to you guys.